What is up, everyone, and welcome back. Today we're checking out the band Unlucky Morpheus Knight track Knight of Sword. Came out last week. Been highly requested. Certainly want to get to it. I've heard many fantastic things about them. These guys are an incredible band, a phenomenally talented lead singer and a phenomenally talented group of musicians. And I am looking forward to hearing their latest output. So, let's get into it. The band is Unlucky Morpheus. The track is Knight of Sword. Here we go. Great way to open this right off the bat, right off the gate. If you're from phenomenal vibrato there, she's got such an incredible and dynamic voice. I like how the synth elements are dialed slightly back. They're not as aggressive and forward as they normally are. Very familiar symphonic power metal with a Japanese twist. The drummer continues to develop, and he really starts to find his individuality in a power metal landscape and put more of his personality into it. I really like that. I love the way these riffs are shifting. Definitely got a modern metal element there. Love these incredibly seamless and flawless shifts. Going back to that driving traditional power metal chorus. I like the use of the violin there. Phenomenal, rich vocal, phenomenal vibrato. Outstanding guitar interplay and bass interplay there. I like the subtle accents the violin is providing. I'd like it a touch forward in the mix. Certainly fighting for space just a little bit. Outstanding fills there, and I love that shift in the drum pattern. Really love the clarity of those cymbal tones. Great guitar work and accent work. It's such a massive, bombastic track. I like the neoclassical entry into that solo there. Really strong phrasing. Love that break. Outstanding bass work. Great drum fills, phenomenal little cymbal accents. Get a massive dose of Yngwie and a little bit of Michelangelo here. Absolutely love the way they come into that drum pattern and they shift it up. That's such a great movement and feel to this passage. And another phenomenal shift. love that groove. She does such great things with it, with her vocals over it. Love that massive vibrato there. Wow. That was Unlucky Morpheus. The track was Knight of the Sword, or Knight of Sword. Man. Completely honest here. That is one of the best modern power metal tracks I think I have ever heard. The balance of the musicianship, the mix, the technicality, the individuality of the playing styles of every single one of the players, and the absolutely world-class vocal performance that are on display are mixed and melded so well together. I think one of the hardest musicians to be in a power metal band is the drummer, because power metal tends to have those very driving, straightforward drum patterns between the double bass, the snare, and the cymbal work. You get some tom work in there here and there, but it's really that very standard power metal rolling double bass 4/4 cadence. Now, you get a little snare accent here and there, but or not snare accent, but cymbal accents, but it's typically just a double bass and that snare and that very familiar cadence. Their drummer is so deft at finding spots and changing things up and adding his personality and injecting flair into it. It's one of the first power metal drum performances in a while where I'm not bored. I'm completely engaged and locked into what he's doing. He put such a great stamp at it, or stamp on it. Really, really, really enjoyable stuff, man. Bass player has some incredible moments to shine. There's not a part in the track, or there's not a single member on the band that does not have a place to shine in a track that's about 5 minutes, which is phenomenal. They've really written that well. They all get to show off what they're capable of. It fits inside the framework of the song. It's just a great, enjoyable, bombastic symphonic metal track, or symphonic power metal track, that has a very modern edge. And well done. They should be incredibly proud of this track. And if this is any indication of how they're going to start sounding moving forward, I am excited, because power metal truly has needed that shot in the arm of some of the modern elements for a while now. As much as I love power metal, there's a lot of similarities and a lot of very familiar things going on without a lot of major innovation and just adding different elements to it. And these guys, along with the most recent Nocturnal Rite stuff, have done a very good, absolutely phenomenal job of making it their own and really adding an injection that is sorely needed. Absolutely outstanding track. I do wish the violin was up a touch. That's the only major issue I have with the mix. Everything's mixed really clear. Her vocals are right out in front. They're not buried. The symphonic elements are there. They're present. But unlike the majority of symphonic metal tracks, they're not overpowering. They're not burying the rest of the mix. And it makes for an absolutely enjoyable, incredibly catchy, bombastic symphonic power metal track, and I loved it. I loved every single second of it. I cannot wait to listen to it again in the edit and listen to it some more after that. Great stuff. Absolutely phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank all of you for the request. There has been many of you that wanted me to do this one. I know that my buddy JMN recently did a video on it as well, and I'm sure this one is going to get covered quite a bit by people who do Japanese-related music, because it's an absolutely stellar track. And Truly, all hyperbole aside, one of the best modern power metal tracks I have heard in quite some time. Great stuff. Thank you all. I love ya. There's a lot of stuff that just got released the past week that I really need to get to. The new Architects, the new Duran Gray. Oh man, there's several others. So we'll get there as quick as we can. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders, which you do every day. As always, you've been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep headbanging.